good morning, good morning. Happy New Year's Eve. Y'all, it honestly feels like this year flew by. As a child, it felt like years took forever to go by. But now, it feels like they're just going in the blink of an eye. Like yesterday's reflection for me, I love seeing my dad's family, and I don't want to work that. The crew that is still left here are some of the older ones that you just don't know how much longer. And I know that, why have you been bouncing? Hold on. I'm about to double check y'all because y'all used to not jump like y'all did, but I saw it in two different clips that I recorded yesterday. So let's connect to the app real quick. But even in the reflection of like going back home, see my dad's family, I have this fear that y'all don't look like y'all bouncing right now. I have this fear that I will either forget his hometown, and not in the sense of like, oh, I'm never coming back here. It's a sense of like where I'm going. Like I currently don't have to use a GPS, but that's because I've always paid attention to where he took me, how to get there, things of that nature. And I don't think any of them have changed houses within these last 10 years or more. So I don't think any of them have. So I have the locations of things in my mind, but it's like, what if one day I forget where my aunt's house is, or what if I forget where Treyhan's is, or like things of that nature. It's those small things. And so I don't even know what the word is for it, but I value the time that we have there. Like yesterday, we didn't get to see my aunt because she had a doctor's appointment, and I'm just like, dang, we missed her. Like we were sitting at the house, like, what do we do? We called the house phone, we knocked on the door, all of the things, and she's normally there. And when she called us back, she's like, oh yeah, I was at a doctor's appointment. I was like, dang. Like I want to run back down there just to see her, just to sit with her. And see, the majority of them were like, "Don't take no pictures of me." And my auntie, when I was like, "I need you to take a picture," girl, she got up and she went to that room and she put her wig on and she's like, "Okay, now I'll take a picture. I'm not about to take a picture without my without my wig on." And I was like, "I get it, like, cause baby, one thing my auntie was gonna do is she was gonna have that freeze on her head, like." I don't even know if that's the proper name. I know we always called it the freeze, but it would be just be like a dry mold for me, but they would be deep waves in it, and that's just what I always saw. But she got that wig on, and then she took her picture, and I was just like, okay. And so I try to do my best at taking those pictures. Hold on. We were talking about the highlighted moments of 2024, and it's funny that my phone just sent me my year in review on Apple Photos. And I'm excited to see because one thing that I did do was I did take more pictures this year of just moments. And so I'm excited to see which ones they highlight. Another highlight for me was taking a sabbatical from church. So July was that month that I took the sabbatical. I think July changed a lot of things in me. And I had no clue that it was going to look, feel, or be like that. One of the things for me is that I was raised in a household where you saw giving, and because you saw giving, that's what you did. And then getting into therapy and realizing that some of the things that you did, you didn't really know the reasons why you were doing it. And so when you realize your why, when it came to the simple things, it makes you look at things differently. It was the hardest thing to step back and allow my team to step up for a month while I took a break. And I'm just like I knew that it was going to put a greater weight on other people, so I didn't want to do it. But that break changed so many things for me. And I'm just like, okay. And it allowed me to see other people. And I think that was one of the things that I'm like, okay, that's one thing I know for sure that I want to do in 25 is to make sure that I see people. Because there are times where, hmm, there are times we see people just for what they can do or for the gifts that they have, but we don't see the person. And so this next year, I want to be intentional about seeing people. It's the intentional check ins and realizing that I don't have to fix everything. Getting that language this year to ask people, what do you need from me? How can I support you? And leave it at that. And making sure that my cup is filled, however that may be. And so yeah, I feel like I was rambling in the car. I am going to include that footage, but I was like, Brittany, you need to close out better than that for 2024. And I was like, you need to do it now because my goal is to take a nap. Y'all really need to learn how to take a nap. My goal is to take a nap. And I know that I have about 2 extra hours before I need to get ready and get to church. And so I was like, let's close this out now. Go ahead and do this vlog and go ahead and post it so that you are not thinking about it at all. Because when I get to church, I need to be focused on church. I don't even think I'm going to get footage from it tonight, but I will report back and let y'all know because I probably will skip a video tomorrow and go back in to it on January 2nd. So as we come to the close of 2024, I think one thing that I was talking about in the car is this YouTube journey. And who would have thought? Who would have thought? I just checked and I have 58 videos posted since November, which is ludicrous because I jumped into Vlogmas and I was just like, okay, we're going to do it. And I finished. And to finish that thing out, it just felt good. But the other part of YouTube for me was I wanted to have a community where we could just come and search in the search bar for the thing that you're going through and give you a little bit of knowledge and for the community part of the channel to be a safe place. One of the best pieces of advice that Aisha gave me from another content creator, she was like, if the comment feels negative, I'm deleting it. And actually I need to make that shirt that says that. But it's just like I'm grateful that that has not been my experience on YouTube because, to be honest, that was probably the thing that held me back from joining YouTube for the longest. It was like, I must protect my peace at all costs. And if this thing disrupts that, oh, I would delete the whole channel. I have all my videos saved. And so it's like, it ain't worth it. It's not worth it for my peace because we're already going through enough with this thing called life. And so it's like, nah, what we're not going to do is let that take me down this negative part because life is hard, period. And we're all going through something. I do realize that the negativity that comes out on social media are for the people that are just projecting. And it's like, I'm sorry that you are having a horrible day, a horrible week, a horrible month, but don't deflect on somebody else. This is this person's little piece of happiness. And so I'm grateful that my community has started off how it has, and I pray that it stays that way. And that will be my ultimate goal is to keep it that way. Because for me, I will stop in a heartbeat because my peace matters more than anything. And so to just look back at these 58 videos that are here so far and to just know that even where I am now, I am in a tough place of change when it comes to friendships. And it's just like, what will come out of this? What I do know will come out of this will be some valuable information for other people that are going through because this is my mid-30s and the thing that I didn't think it was going to look like that. That's what I can say. I did not think it was going to look like that. There are times where it's like this is lonely. And I think the word lonely scares me a little bit because it's just like, no, I don't feel like I'm in isolation, but yet it feels like I'm in a place with people around, and yet it feels lonely. And so I definitely want to dig deeper into that in therapy next week. But it's just like, here we are. And so that's mid journey for me to look back and to see the growth from now until what, March. I'm excited to see that moment. But as we close out 2024, thank you, one, for your support here on YouTube. I truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for every subscriber, for every comment, and just for the encouragement. That means the world to me. So thank you, and I pray that wherever you joined in on this journey with me, that the Lord will answer those silent prayers that you were praying. I pray for the ones that may be struggling with grief, that your heart will be well and that you are able to properly grieve through and realize that your journey may not look like someone else's journey, and that is okay. I pray that you learn to love yourself. I pray that you feel your feelings. And I pray that in the middle of it all, you have those moments that make you smile when you think about the one that you love or the one that you lost. And for my girlies in their 30s, keep going. Take care of yourself. For my younger ones that are just sucking up the knowledge and taking it in for wherever this journey may be for you, I'm proud of you where you are. And I pray that you will take these tidbits and these nuggets and you will apply them to your life so that you can be healed, whole, and well at an earlier age. And to my seasoned saints, aka my mama and them, thank y'all for the support. Thank you for being the light for me to just look up to and to ask the hard questions and to accept the love that not everybody has. And so, yeah, here we are unfolding this thing called life. I pray blessings over 2025 for you. Remember to take care of yourself. Remember that you are worth it. You are worthy. And I love you. Happy New Year's Eve, y'all.